Okay, so we're going to look a little bit into the biomechanics of the golf swing, and really what we're going to look today at is your belt buckle. Remember, your center of gravity is very close to the belt buckle. It's actually inside your body, 3 inches or so inside your body where your belt buckle is. So now let's actually look to see how in a good golf swing, in an efficient loading and unloading pattern, how does your center of gravity actually move? How does the belt buckle actually move? So from here, when you're balanced, when you're set up, the belt buckle actually faces on the golf ball. You don't want it left, you don't want it right, you want it actually facing the golf ball. From there, as you take your backswing, what I like to see is I like to see a turn of about 40 to 45 degrees. Any less than that means you haven't really turned fully to the capacity that you have, but I'd like to see it 40 to 45 degrees. Next, it has to come back to the zero position, aiming at the ball, and then it has to open up towards this side and then go up to a full finish. Now, if we simply put certain guidelines in this, and these are certain just guidelines, they're not rules as such to say that you have to do this, but certain guidelines which I'd like you to follow on this are, remember, belt buckle starts on the golf ball. When you take your backswing, sorry, I'm going to hold that a little short. When you take your backswing, we'd like to see your belt buckle there at about 45 degrees there. Now, when you are halfway down, we'd like to see that belt buckle back to zero. When the club is halfway down, or let's say when the left arm is parallel to the ground there, that belt buckle should be back to zero. Now, when you're at impact, this needs to be 40-45 degrees to the left side. Now, what I would normally like to see is whatever you've turned in the backswing, let's say it's 40 degrees there, you match that at impact 40 degrees here, if not better, if not go to 45 or 50 here. What's not very good is you've done a 45 degree turn here, and by the time you come to impact, you're only 20 degrees left of the target. That means you've loaded very well, but you haven't really unloaded that power into the shot. And then obviously, as you go up to a full finish, you want your belt buckle 90 degrees from here and pointing to the target there. So really the way the hip turns back and the hip turns through and what it is at impact defines how well you're actually loading and how well you're unloading through the golf ball.